Yeah, man. I've been you know where I'm coming from. I guess if you don't, then I'm leaving my place of employment. I affectionately name as my personal plantation, known as Candyland. But yeah, I've been kind of reading social media. You know, you go around, you scroll your social medias and try to see what the current hot topic is. And evidently, the hot topic is the discussion, you know, the rehash discussion about Ciara and Russell. Now, from my issue with this, with their, and it's really not an issue because hell, I'm not married to neither one of them. I'm not married to Ciara. You know, I mean, Ciara is nice to look at, you know, but then again, she's at this point, she's also somebody's wife. So, the thing with it is, her being somebody's wife, then, you know, I guess her being somebody's wife, and you also add on the fact that she's also well, you know, I guess she's still a performer, and her being a performer, you know, there's certain looks she got that she go out and do whatever. But you know, the thing about that is also that when her and Future split, and you know, Future became the trademark, the signature phenotype for the toxic black male. Then it was like, well, he had knocked Ciara. Let me turn this down. The narrative had become, well, Ciara gets knocked up by the rapper Future, who has multiple baby mothers and children and things like that. Whatever. Ciara, she trusted him. Future was a no good cheater, what have you. So it was like, well, I didn't understand it. All of a sudden, for the ladies, all of a sudden, Ciara became the poster child for the black woman's struggle. You know, it wasn't like beforehand. She was her music was being lauded like the Beyoncés and whoever else was popular. Rihanna's at that time. You know, pretty much in my opinion, the last hot song Ciara had was probably co-written, if not written by Future, and that was that Body Party shit. You know, you know that song, whatever. Yeah, you know, it's like do 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 do. But yeah, man. Now it's like, well, okay. I'm reading on my social medias how people going back and forth, and it's like the men, you know, the male collective, as my friend Lily likes to say, the men's delegation and versus the women's delegation. The men's delegation is saying, well, Ciara has always been for the streets, you know. Future was the proverbial Pookie and the Ray, you know, the ne'er-do-well, you know, the irresponsible, you know, he wasn't that if she was seeking a husband, then she surely shouldn't have sought one in Future. You know, Future already had all these wayward baby mothers and things like that, then, you know, but now, what the narrative is like basically, well, I guess they say that since I don't know exactly what it is Ciara is doing, but I've seen her lately in a whole lot of, you know, she's going out of her way to be extra sexy. You know, I mean, and I don't know what, I guess sexy is one thing, but you know, what's the word I'm looking for? You know, a little fast. Not fast. She too old to be fast. Young women and little girls is fast. She got some freaky little, ain't nothing little about it. She got some little freaky pictures out or whatever. I guess these are promotional shoots. We have, she got the high heels on and she crouched down like, I guess, she, y'all may have seen the pictures. But I say my issue with that is, well, my issue with, and it's like I said, once again, it wasn't really no issue because I'm not married to neither one of them. My thing was with them was how all of a sudden Russell was Prince Charming when Russell had already, was pretty much into the Beckys, and Russell had pretty much. I think what had happened was that he had split from a Becky, and I don't, and it was like, well, Russell's a square. Ciara's a little bit too advanced for Russell, and in my mind, I still do believe, as far as maybe he might have caught up by now, but in the beginning, as far as being and I hate to use the word because that's what they say, street smart or have know about the hood. Everybody knows Ciara from the A, and people in the A is not necessarily a very it's a city, but it's not a super large city, and people know everybody within the city. And Ciara already had a career, a long-term career. She dated Bow Wow, she dated 50 Cent, and then here come Future, and now we on with Russell. So now we married to Russell, and that's fine and dandy. Okay, so in my mind, it's okay. Now, in my mind, I was like, well, y'all put Ciara out here like she was just an innocent princess, and she got it with Future, and Future was the big bad wolf, and he ruined her. And luckily, Russell came in and swooped through to save the day. I didn't. Saw an opportunity, saw an ideal individual, I guess a suitable marriage. It wasn't like Russell's pockets was empty. Uh, I guess Russell had an affinity for her. He liked her, and he married her. Now, what's going on now? And what's the truth about it now is like, well, you got cats, and you got some of these guys. Okay, and when I can see y'all going in on Russell and Ciara on Ciara. If you had a mate that's comparable to Ciara, and I mean, I guess looks and body wise or whatever, and if that same woman looks and body wise comparable to Ciara, is all the things that you say Ciara is, all the claims that you make that are negative about Ciara. If the person that you're with is those positive traits that you claim to be your ideal woman, and you are the quality man that deserves this woman. Because in a way, going at the men saying, well, this cat Russell is square, I think she get, he might be thinking that, well, hell, her, but then that's at this stage in the game, it's not whether if he's not able to keep up with her, that's his problem. Now, just being a gambler a bit of a gambler. I would get. I had a year, not necessarily a specific year date, but I had a certain amount of years that pegged in which they would be together, and that's kind of altered because in the beginning it was just her, him, and her and Future's baby. But then she just started putting the babies out, which in a way it could go two ways. She could decide the fact that she has all these children will make her fight to keep the marriage together, but then also on the flip side, if she was really about the hustle and being, never, not saying that she was on her back, that she was down and out, I don't know her accounting, but but getting married to a multimillionaire, there's kids, pretty much is the path to get off your back and get on your feet. Because you got for at least for the next 18. Let's see, you already been riding out the marriage for I guess about what about 4 years. You already been married to him years or whatever, and they she he lived a luxurious life. He done bought a base teams and all that kind of stuff. So it's like, well, if she live, if she manages to make it, you know, even not even it's not even a question whether she managed to make it. Like say for example, she chooses to stay and she chooses to leave. She pretty much is straight. Her mission is accomplished. So all this little chitter chat and the side talking that we do that I can't say we do. Well, I guess I can say we now because I'm talking about this shit that's going on right now about her damn what could her character. Let's say her character, her chastity. Whether she is a underground undercover freak. It's not even a question. In my mind, I guess maybe it may be performance, but just in the fact, if I was to go, if I was to see a woman, and not necessarily being a popular singer or whatever, I was to see a woman of Ciara speed or whatever, and could dance like Ciara and dress like Ciara, and then I would surmise that there's a bit of freak within, dressed like Ciara, especially dressing like Ciara. Now, like for example, that dress that she wore to the ESPY Awards, man, where it was like this, and it just basically had the two white the breast the titty cups out, and it was just like a. I'm like, okay, you wanna be sexy, but that shit was just kind of like overstated just for the purpose of being overstated. But the conversation about them is getting played out. In my opinion, in my mind, of my opinion, the Ciara and Russell conversation is getting played out. What benefit together loss will you take? If she leave him, what benefit will you gain? Or do you think that you are next in line, or to date a Ciara? What would even if you do designate her as for the streets, or reckless? Now you can't even say she reckless with a room at this point because she had kids in wedlock. She might have had one baby from one. She might have started out a single mother, but she finished off married. So I guess that also counter that adds to the statement that that a woman with child, or I guess a woman with children, can be chosen by I guess you could say a man who is of higher income, of higher earning. So I guess man, I don't know, man. My point still remains is that we can keep on talking about him and talking about her, but it's not gonna put any money in our pocket, in your pocket. It's not gonna take anything away from them. It's not even affecting them because they can't even really hear you. Uh, I still say in my mind, I give it maybe 2 or 3 more. Nah, I give it about three strong years maybe. But if I'm wrong, then so what? These are just celebrity people, and that's what we kind of have to realize, that we're just dealing with celebrities. These are people that are just on our TV. They're not making any difference in our lives, nothing like that. They're not helping us build anything. We're not going to uh, become more empowered because we place our opinion on Russell and Ciara's marriage. We're not making our marriages any better. We're not making our relationships with our mates, or among our people. Even just the people that we get along. People that we are around us. We don't make the relationship with the people that we're around any better by looking at our computer screens talking about what another person that is doing far better than ourselves is doing or not doing. So, with that being said, man, I'm actually in the parking lot of the taco patio, and I'm going to have me a nacho dinner, a nacho supreme dinner. And I want to come on here, and I'm doing my thing, coming on here to get my little algorithms popping. I don't know what it is with my topic. Maybe I'm picking the wrong topics. Maybe I'm picking the wrong thumbnails. Maybe I'm picking the wrong titles. But yeah, I don't want to. I want to rely on my own individual content, and this shit is off the top of the head. That's why it's kind of like going here and there and everywhere. But you know, I had to have a discussion with myself at work today. I said, well, you know, I don't have the prerequisite number of subscribers in order to be monetized, but I do have. I got 300, a little bit over 300. And even if it is only 300, if it's not 3,000, if it's not 30,000, if it's not 300,000, if it's not 3 million, then if anyone comes through to try to check out what I'm doing, and I see it's two people out here now that's fucking with me, if y'all come through and check me out, then I should try to present to you the best and the utmost top of my game to you all. You know, and try to give you stuff that you're interested in, and things that you want to talk back and forth with me about. I like to be able to learn from you all. I like to be able to teach, and I like to be able to earn a little internet money. But that's neither here nor there. Yeah. So yeah, let me going off of here. These are experiments, and I guess you might learn a little bit more about my thought processes. You learned today that I don't give a goddamn about Ciara and Russell, to the point where it's going to affect my life or cover my conversation all day. That seems to be a problem amongst the African American person. They get caught up in topics and subjects that don't really necessarily improve or empower us. All it is just back and forth gossip and bullshit. Things that may seem like they're revolutionary on top. Like they're still talking about the Emmett Till situation and the white lady. They still think that getting the white lady locked up is gonna make things just all the more that's gonna bring forth justice. Ain't no justice in that. The justice behind that has faded away at least decades ago, at least within the past 20 years, 20, 30 years. Nobody I'll put it like this. I don't know whether when they finally decide to arrest them white men, and them white men, they got arrested and they died in jail, wherever they did, that was it. All that white lady did was make an accusation, or false accusation, or mistaken identity, or whatever. Taking her from the nursing home and putting her in the cell with 3 hots in the cot. All that's gonna do is make we got her. That's about to play it out as like somebody say something that you don't like, disagrees with your opinion. Now you on a pursuit to get a motherfucker employed, to make a motherfucker lose his job, to call the employer. But let me go, man. I'm gonna ramble on for a minute, man. Thank whoever came through. I appreciate the likes. I don't see nobody out there now. Y'all have a great evening. Peace and love.